scoring drive. Number 77, Chase Francis. 55, Shane Holder. Number 70, Robert Bain. And number 75, Travis Holla.
The kick is going to go up. And it's going to be caught. Dropped! At about the 5-yard line, and he's going to have to scramble his way back over to the right side. Stony Point is trying to stop it, and they will not be able to escape that jam, being taken down at about the 10-yard, actually marked at the 11-yard line. That tackle was a big one made by number 89. Landon Boyd. So the tables will once again turn here. And there we go, now we're back. So we don't know what's been going on this stream, but for some odd reason, we've been having volume issues the entire time. But we are back. The button was red. Yeah, we don't know what happened there, but regardless, we're back. Line up in the pistol, running over to the left side and being stopped at about the 12-yard line on a big play by the defense. Number 10, Aiden Lloyden, the sophomore 5'7" running back, who just tried to go up the middle once again and unable to come up with anything. 2nd and 8 on the small 2-yard gain they're going to credit with. Snap. Give. And there looks like there was a late hit on that play, but they're going to not any penalty on that. It'll be a big 3rd down on an incomplete pass by number 9, Mason Troyer. Trying to get that ball away as he just saw a giant defense coming right towards his way. And we want to take a chance to thank Suna Vancat and Les Clearly for their work over in their side of things, keeping this stream going and being able to get it back up and running. We know that volume issues happen a lot on these streams, and we do appreciate their hard work they do contributing to the streams. Play action pass going deep with it over to the left side, and it is caught and it dropped on a fumble, but able to be picked up. That pass was intended for Oliver James. And they're wondering if it's an incomplete pass or if he had any possession of the ball, but they're calling it a fumble and a recovery by the Stony Point offense. A lot of fans believe that was an incomplete pass, but it looked like he may or may not have had possession of the ball before he even dropped it. So they're going to call it a catch with a fumble recovered back by the offense. Back to 1st down. Play action pass. A small little shot over the middle to Aiden Lloyden, who's going to zigzag his way through. And he gets past the defense. Another cover to the 30. And before he is knocked out of bounds, they're going to mark him down at about the 26-yard line. So a big play there. That was Aiden Lloyd running his way to some huge yardage. Ball being placed down at the 26-yard line. First and 10 again. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock here in Georgetown, Texas on a cool night that could possibly have some rain later. Snap. Taking it himself is quarterback number 9, Mason Troyer. Tried to go up the pocket with it, but unable to come away with it. That's actually number 5, Kinnick Kulbus, who tried to come up with that. They tried to let the quarterback keep go on, and they switched him out, bringing back Mason Troyer. So they let the they let the senior get his opportunity, the 6'1" quarterback, and unable to come up with anything. So a 2nd down and 12 to go. Ball placed on the 28-yard line. Lining up in the pistol formation, and timeout will be called by Westwood. So that will take a chance to kind of discuss things further. We will be right back right after this.
Tonight, the Westwood cheerleaders are accompanied by their parents in front of the student section. Parents will be assisting the cheer team for the duration of tonight's game as they cheer on our Warrior football team. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Westwood cheer parents.
Back with the action here. 2nd and 12. Ball placed once again at the 28-yard line. They're going to line up here in the pistol formation. Trying to go for that run. Play action pass over the middle, and it is dropped. Pass intended over to number 0, Oliver James, as Troyer tried to come up with it, trying to shuffle his way over to the left away from the pocket, and he just shot it over the left side and unable to come away with it. Not the play you want to happen. A lot of room and just unable to come up with it. 3rd and 12. 6 minutes and 2 seconds left to go on the clock here in Round Rock, Texas. Redoing it again. Ball placed on the 28-yard line. 3rd and 12. Good field possession here. Lining up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Play action pass. Looks to pass once again over to number 24. It is caught by Marcus Milligan, who comes away with a big play running over to the left side, getting out of bounds just short at about the 22-yard line. Excuse me, that's a 12-yard line. Excuse me, 4th and 1. Ball placed on the 17-yard line. So all they got to do is get that 1 yard here, try and push their way forward, and attempt to tie this ball game. In the shotgun, over to his left is Lloyden. The snap, Lloyden runs around with it. He's able to stay on his feet and come away with a big first down. So they try to sweep him off of his feet, and he was able to stay on them.
8 of 3. It'll be a first down for Stony Point.
And getting Stony Point a first down with the ball placed on the 19-yard line is Aiden Lloyden. So able to keep the momentum rolling there, as they just needed to try and get past the marker to be able to even have an opportunity to get in the red zone. So 1st and 10 now, ball back on the 19-yard line. On the 14-yard line, I'm over here mixing it up. Play action. He's gonna go through the pocket, but he is unable to come away with anything. A big tackle there by the Westwood Warriors. That tackle is made by number 99, Elijah Sanchez, who gets a big sack on that play. And Sanchez is a scary dude. That man has got some defensive paralysis out there. It'll be a 2nd down and 15, a loss of 5 on that play, as the Westwood defense is able to show that Stony Point's going to have to put up a fight, and if they're going to want to put some points on the board in this game. Play action on 2nd down. And coming away with it before being smuggled with it and having to just throw it out of bounds is Mason Troyer. Madeline, this Stony Point defense, was this something that they had whenever you went to high school?
I don't remember.
It's too long or what?
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, aren't you meeting up with a school classmate at some point, or you had something going on?
Well, like I said, it's almost been 10 years, and I gotta remember, like, much, you know?
No, that's fair. That's absolutely understandable. And of course, you know, you love to meet up with some old friends from high school, and you know, you gotta love those reunions, especially you're getting close to a 10-year reunion. how does that make you feel knowing that your high school's about to have a 10-year reunion?
Honestly, I feel so old. Like, I really do. Like, time flies very fast.
Play action pass. Looking to go up the middle to the left side. And it is incomplete. That pass was intended for number 89. Excuse me, that's number 82, Carson Wilbanks. Trying to go deep with it. A 4th down coming up.
Jack Kelly and Colton Case on the coverage.
Now, if you're Stony Point here, you know you just had a big 4th down conversion earlier, but now you're dealing with 4th down and 24 yards to go after a couple of big tackles that were used for huge losses. You have to get creative here if you're going for it, and they're going to do so. Play action. Deep pass over to the left side. That is caught on the ricochet. A big catch there by Stony Point. That's number 10, Aiden Loyden, coming up with a recovery. It was tipped off by number 7, Colton Case, who was unable to come away with that one. Advantage for Aiden Loyden, who took the tip of that ball and able to take the deflection and run with it. So it'll be a 1st and goal, ball placed on the 2-yard line. 3 minutes and 59 seconds left to go. A chance for the Tigers to tie it up here in this ball game. And that was a big play there. Snap. Running with it himself is quarterback number 9, Mason Troyer, who comes away with it, goes up the middle through the pocket. Stony Point touchdown and hold it. There's a little bit of commotion going on out there on the field after that Stony Point touchdown. 7-6 the score in this game. Three minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. Troyer decided he'd take the rest of those 2 yards himself, just going up the middle of the pocket for a touchdown to make it a tie ball game. Here in the first quarter, Tyler White, the kicker, will be the one getting this PAT attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. So the score now, 7-7. We got a tie ball game here in Round Rock, Texas. A close game going on early on. We have a blockbuster matchup set up here in Round Rock, Texas. Of course, Vype Media is streaming this game all around the country, we got to mention, and possibly all around the world. That's what we're trying to do, make this worldwide. 7-7 the score.
Now in the domain.
Stony Point lines up, getting ready to kick this one off. Lining up to receive it is number 3, Maps Mayhis, and number 7, Colton Case. A straight up kick. It is actually going to go be fair caught by number 17, Ryan Edson. Ball is going to be stopped and placed at about the 28-yard line. So just about there is where we're going to get this underway. So about 3 yards extra from where they would have been if they had a touchback. First down to start the game.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Westwood.
In the shotgun. The snap. The give over to Allen, who's going to run over to the left side before being pummeled by a group of Tigers. A pack of Tigers, I should say. Small gain of about 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8. snap. The give over to Allen, who runs over to the right side. He's tripped up a little bit before being taken down once again. Gain of about another 4 yards on that play. They're going to mark him down at about the 36-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 3 yards left to go. And now my buddy, the boys back home, Cade and Aiden, are actually getting a chance to listen to this game now. Snap, give back to Allen, who runs to the left side, trying to zigzag his way through before he is taken down by a pack of Tigers again. And they're going to mark him down at about the 39-yard line. They're going to give him the first down. So a small run on that play, a small gain, but just enough to squeeze his way through for that first down. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left here on the clock for the Westwood Warriors. Number 12, Cooper Waits, will line up once again in the pistol. The snap, the give to Allen. Gets past one, but unable to get past the second guy. That's actually number 37. That's Jesus Vasquez who actually made that run. A 9-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 1. Ball placed on the 49-yard line. 48-yard line, excuse me, for the Westwood Warriors. 1 minute, 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter of action. The snap, play action. Looks over to the right side, scrambling with it, tries to throw over to number 4, Drew Norrell, but it's airmailed and incomplete. 3rd and 1. They will reset back at the same position. The freaking lads are listening. The lads. That is the old name of the friend group from high school and, childhood all the way through. The lads. Cade, Aiden, Hayden, Coy, Joel. The snap. Allen gets some big yardage on that play, and we'll get the first down and more. Ball placed at about the 44-yard line, and another first down. A gain of about 13 on that play, so turning the tables a little bit as they go towards Stony Point's side of the field now. 49 yards and a dream here with 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock in Round Rock, Texas, with possible chances of rain later in today's game. The snap, the give to Allen, who goes up the middle over to the left side, breaks some tackles and breaks some more, and he gets taken down after being able to break a few tackles. Placed at about the 43-yard line. As I said, a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. 6, 7, and a second down. You know someone on the field's doing 6, 7. Let's see. Yep, what do you know? I just caught 3 people doing the 6, 7 down there. I don't even know what it means. Just fun to do regardless. 6, 7. The snap. The give back to Allen over to the left side. And will be taken down a couple yards past the marker. So a big first down on that play for the Westwood Warriors. The ball will be marked at about the 32-yard line. So to credit him with a gain of about 8 yards on that play. First down. The snap. Play action. Over to the right side, and over the head of number 4, Drew Norrell. As he aimed towards the end zone and unable to get there in time. 2nd down and 10 on an incomplete pass with 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. So Westwood will get a chance to make one more play before they turn the tables onto the second quarter of action in Round Rock, Texas. last chance here. One more play left to go, and of course, going into the second quarter, we'll continue to talk more with Madeline about her time at Stony Point. Of course, other things going on. We'll also mention today's segment of Today in Texas History. Allen over to the right side. Zigzags up the middle. Gets past the 30 and just at about the 29-yard line is where it's going to be marked. And that's going to conclude the first quarter of action here in Round Rock, Texas. The score in this game, your Westwood Warriors 7 and the Stony Point Tigers also 7. We are all drawn up here. It's basically a 0-0 game into a new quarter. We'll be right back right after this on the Vype Sports Media Network.
The Westwood Warriors would like to thank generous sponsors, including Realities, your home away from Rome, Raising Cane's, sharing our one love with...
Back with the action here, second quarter, ball placed once again at about the 29-yard line. The snap, play action pass over to the left side. It is caught and complete over to number 2, Weston Franz. A good gain on the play, and the ball is going to be placed at about the 24-yard line, so we have about 2 yards left to go here for a first down. 3rd and 2 on the play. And of course, like we mentioned today, we will have another segment of Today in Texas History here in just a moment. The snap. Play action pass over to the right side. It is incomplete on that play. Pass intended over to number 17, Ryan Edson, and it'll be an incomplete pass. Now, today's segment of Today in Texas History, it is October 24th. In 1845 at Live Oak Springs, several miles from Austin, Friedrich Wilhelm von Werdy Sr. and Oscar von Claren were killed and scalped by Indians. Both were pioneer authors from Germany. In 1869 in Marion County, a mob dragged 5 Republicans from the Jefferson jail and killed 3 of them. The jail Republicans had been arrested the previous night after a gunfight with local Democrats. On August 23, 1869, 7 of the 24 defendants were found guilty. In 1952, Austin Tillotson College joined with Samuel Houston College and became known as Houston Tillotson College. In 1955, just a few years later, Elvis Presley performed at Memorial Hall in Brownwood, Texas. The show was sponsored by the Brownwood Volunteer Fire Department. In 1971, Texas Stadium, the original home of the Dallas Cowboys before Jerry World, officially opened in Irving, Texas, which is funny. The Dallas Cowboys never played in Dallas. They played in Irving and Arlington, never once actual Dallas. And in 1998, Ricky Williams, and there's a pass that is incomplete, bringing up a big 3rd down. Ricky Williams of the University of Texas became the leading scorer in NCAA history. At the end of the game, he had a total of 428 points. Ricky Williams, a big legend in Longhorns history. The Longhorns have such a prestigious program. Haven't won a national championship in 20 years, and unfortunately for my Texas Tech Red Raiders, it doesn't look like it may happen for them either. And of course, tonight in baseball, we will be having our first game of the World Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. So do stick around for that game, of course. The snap, big pass, and it is almost intercepted there by number 18. Cannon Olfison trying to make the play on that, but it will be a 3 and out as Westwood will be getting the ball back and they will have to kick this one away. A lot of big history in the state of Texas on today. And of course we have our quote for today, the Texas quote from Jensen Ackles, I should say, excuse me. Being from Texas, I would say I favor a pair of jeans you could wear some boots with. It's pretty simple, pretty straight to the point. That's our quote of today. I think that's pretty straight up right there. And of course, for those that don't know, I usually do these segments on my broadcast with the Manor Mustangs. I even did them in a couple games with the Cedar Park Timberwolves. I always like to mention it because a lot of high school football coaches in the state of Texas are also history teachers, and you always want to incorporate both history and football into the same exact event. And especially in the state of Texas, where there's two things that are big: the state's history, and the game of football. And of course we got a good amount of it in this area of Central Texas. So Stony Point's gonna have to pump this one away to try and give Westwood a good amount of field possession to work with. Kick is up and being caught at about the 35-yard line, running with it and going up the middle to the left side before being taken down at about the 44-yard line. Number 3, Maps Mayhis on the play. So the ball will be turned back around over to Westwood's side. 10 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter of action. A 7-7 ball game where it could be anybody's, and it is an exciting time here in Round Rock, Texas. Hopefully we will be getting some scores later on, especially all around the league at some point throughout this game. Know that the Manor Mustangs started their game early, so I'm willing to see if their game's already at halftime or if they're pretty far along in against their opponent. First and 10, ball placed at about the 36-yard line. The snap, it is underneath the quarterback who tries to get it back in time. And minimal damage done there for the Westwood offense. Out there, quarterback is number 16, Alex Smith, actually, the sophomore quarterback. Getting a chance to get some playing time of his own. 9 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock here in Round Rock, Texas. Lined up in the pistol now. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Another low pass there, another low snap. And a big tackle there. That's number 21. Jonah Osborne on that play, the middle linebacker. Westwood has a lot of ground to cover on just the first couple of plays. A 3rd down and long with the ball placed on the 31-yard line in this second quarter of action. And yes, we will get some scores later from my QA. Here's the snap. Picking it up and running with it. Going up the middle, trying to get some good yardage, and it is going to be stopped. Ball placed at about the 36-yard line. So unable to come away with much is Wade Allen. Excuse me, it's Reed Hoyle actually making the tackle on that play on Wade Allen. And of course, Westwood will have to come away and punt this one. Try and do a little revenge towards Stony Point. So you have a close game here. You have two defenses that are playing hard for that second district win. And it shows within how they're playing this game. The kick's going to go up over to the right side. It is going to be caught and stopped by number 20, Drew Davis.
Kicked down by the Westwood Warriors. The Stony Point Tigers will begin their drive at their own 48-yard line.
So the Stony Point Tigers will start off with some good field possession, placed it at about the 48-yard line of their own. 8 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock. We hear some good music playing, of course, on the Westwood speakers. Man, you gotta love the vibes here at this stadium. So first down with the ball placed about the 48-yard line. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left to go on the clock. Snap. Given away. Running over to the right side is number 10, Asmili Martinez. Excuse me, I'm reading the wrong roster. That's number 10, Aiden Lloyden on that play. A small gain of about 4 yards, placing it on the 48-yard line. So, on the 48-yard line. So they go from one 48-yard line to another 48-yard line. I'll tell you what, Madeline, that's got to be confusing. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I agree with you.
That was the chair.
But yeah, like, it's really fun, you know? Like, whoa! What are they doing right now?
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to take him down right back at the 48-yard line. So a gain of nothing on that play. Third down and still 6 yards to go. So, yeah, the broadcast heard a chair. I swear that was my chair. I actually have one of the more comfortable chairs within the stadium that I do. Got to give compliments over to the Round Rock Dragons staff. Round Rock ISD with very comfortable booth. Third down and 3 yards to go. There actually was a gain on that play. Ball placed about the 45-yard line. Bells are ringing. Ball is snapped. Play action pass over to the right side, and it is incomplete, intended for number 0, Oliver James, as it was just a little too low for him.
Pass is incomplete, intended for
7 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock, and they will have to punt him away yet again, unless they decide to go for it here on 4th and 3. Ball on their own side of the field. And they will decide not to take the risk. However, Westwood is going to prepare for anything here, knowing that it is a close game. Last thing you need is some trickery out there to get you slipping. Here's the snap. High snap. Kick is up. It is a long, high kick with a big bounce. And it will be a touchback. Unable to keep the ball in bounds, so they will start this drive at about the 25-yard line yet again. And I'll tell you what, that is just an unlucky bounce of your Stony Point. You wanted to try and stop it to get that 1 yard start for Round Rock. Unable to do exactly that. Brings up first down at the 25-yard line in this ball game. We are about to get some scores here in just a minute, and that's exactly what we got here. First score we got at halftime, Vista Ridge 24-3 against my Manor Mustangs. We got at halftime, on the first quarter, we got the Panthers against McCollum. It is 8-0 in that game. Cedar Park is beating Lake Belton 35-21. Lake Creek is tied with Huntsville 7-7, and Cedar Ridge is tied 7-7 with McNeil. One game in the second quarter, one game in the first quarter of action. So, a couple of close games there. And Vista Ridge, putting something in the Manor tonight. That's definitely going to be something that coach is going to want to talk about with that Mustang squad, and I'm sure something that will be mentioned about next season. Second down now with 7 yards to go. Ball placed on the 23-yard line. Running with it up the middle to the left side and being taken down with it after a short gain is number 5, Wade Allen.
Carried by Wade Allen for a gain of 1. Tackled by Elijah Ramos.
And they've decided to bring back out number 12, Cooper Waits. After number 16, Alex Smith got a little bit of time, the sophomore quarterback. Not sure what I've been going on there, but we will continue the action there. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter of action at Dragon Stadium. Something just flew in the air, and I'm not sure exactly what that was. Who knows? Here's the snap. Play action pass over to the right side. He's going to throw it over and complete it to number 17, Ryan Edson. They're going to mark him just short of a first down. They're going to place the ball at about the 39-yard line. Brings up 4th down and 1 yard to go. So if you're Westwood, so that just answers the question. I mean, that is a close play. You're not sure if you go for it there, knowing that you just had some good explosive drives, or if you just go ahead and take the bullet and try and get some good field possession, and that's exactly what they decide to do instead. 4th down and 1, but they will punt it away. 5 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock. And a whistle blows. It'll be a timeout for the Westwood Warriors. Take some time to kind of discuss what they're going to do for this next play. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left on the clock. We will take a short break. We will be right back with some more coverage of your Westwood Warriors football action on the Vype Sports Media Network. And we're right back with the action here. They're deciding to actually go for it here on 4th and 1. I guess they were trying to get some confusion out there on the field towards the Stony Point defense, but they will go ahead and go for it, and it'll work out to their favor. Wade Allen over to the left side. Completes it. A big Warriors first down at about the 36-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10. That is the kind of run that you want from your running back in that kind of field possession. You know that a mess up is going to give Stony Point a good amount of yardage to try and score and take the lead here going into the second half. But they avoid that from happening, and it is a big first down, and the ball is placed on the 33-yard line. Going into the shotgun now. 2 receivers over to the right. 1 guy in the backfield. The snap, play action pass. Whistle blows. There is a flag on the field, so it is a false start on the Westwood offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the ball will be placed now at the 37-yard line. Excuse me, at the 38-yard line. Repeating a first down.
Back about 5 yards.
And now we just got Vista Ridge scoring on a field goal. It is now 31-3. Vista Ridge over Manor in that game. Here's the snap, and Allen runs around with it before being taken down at the middle. They're going to place him at about the 37-yard line, so a yard short of the first down. The marker is about okay, well, I'm not sure what's going up in the air right now, but there's something being thrown around the field. It might be a towel or something, but it's something in the stands. Interesting kind of thing they got going on out there. Second down. Allen over to the left side. Good yardage there. Zigzags his way through. And a big tackle there. That is Stony Point's number 13, Reed Hoyle, with that play. As you can see him get up and get excited on that one. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in this second quarter of action in Round Rock, Texas. 3rd down and 8 yards left to go. Ball placed on the 35-yard line. 2 receivers over to the right side. 1 guy in the backfield. Runs over to the left side, the snap. He's going to go for the play action pass over to the right side, trying to scramble with it. It is caught by number 4, Drew Norrell. Couple of yards on that play, and they're going to go ahead and mark that one back at the 39-yard line. So a gain of about 4 on that play will bring it to a 4th and 4 yards to go. And now they will bring out the punting unit onto the field with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. Try and make Stony Point try and play hurry-up football. And that's got to be the game plan right here. You know that Stony Point's got to rush here if they want to take the lead here, knowing they're not getting the ball back next half. They can get a lead here. They can make a statement. However, they know that if they got to rush it here or play some live action football, they could try and get them freaking out a little bit. Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line to start this drive for the Westwood Warriors defense. As we mentioned earlier, the Stony Point Tigers and the Round Rock Westwood Warriors have had their games in district have their only win against the Maynard Mustangs. Both of them were blowouts. Neither time did the Mustangs score more than 2 touchdowns. And it's something that I know they're probably going to be looking into throughout this game, or trying to remember that they had done right. Stony Point had beat Maynard 49-14 in Maynard on September 26th. It was the last game of the month of September. That was what Round Rock Westwood did. Stony Point, on the other hand, when they played against Maynard, they had a game of their own. Pass over the middle, and it is incomplete. Ball tipped off the hands of number 8, Alex Freeman. Almost could have been an interception there and a turnaround. Maynard, actually, it was the exact same score for both games. Both teams won against Maynard at Maynard 49-14. So the exact score, the exact standout, the exact district record. Someone's going to break it here. Now it's the exact score in this game. So it's like, it almost reminds me of that old episode of The Amazing World of Gumball on Cartoon Network, where they had those that family that just copied everything that they did. Snap, play action pass, looking over to his left, and he's going to shoot that side. Incomplete, almost an interception there by number 18, Cannon Olfison. Intended for number 1, Tristan Rhymes. And you know that is a guy you want to pass to if you're Stony Point, knowing that he's had some good carries these past few games. This entire season, he's led this team in yards per game. Brings up 4th down and 9. Stony Point really being lucky there. 2 times they had an opportunity to be intercepted and starting their defense on the wrong side of the field, but able to punt it away and by all grace be able to make Round Rock Westwood fight for some field possession. Kick is up, and it's going to stop at about the 1-yard line. They're going to slap it out of the way, try and slap it back. A huge save there. It looked like there was nobody for Round Rock Westwood trying to go get the ball, because, I mean, they thought, why not try and let it go to touchback. But it was a lucky play there, marked at about the 4-yard line. So a good stop and heads-up play by the Stony Point kicking unit. Bringing up 1st down at the 4-yard line. A dangerous spot for the Round Rock Westwood Warriors to start off their drive with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left on the clock, and the 2-minute timeout almost underway. Madeline, this has to be something that this team's worried about. What do you think the approach has to be going in for this next drive?
I don't know, I'm really hoping that one of them will just score something like that. Even though it's a tie, I'm hoping somebody will do a touchdown or anything.
And that's exactly what they need to do. Somebody needs to score here. Somebody needs to get some big yardage. But, of course, Westwood here, Round Rock Westwood has made some big runs off of David Allen. And I'm sure they're going to continue to use those legs here. I mean, you could try and go for the pass here and try and get some big yardage, but you're also risking the chance of being sacked and having to give up that safety and give the ball back with a 9-7 ball game. So you would think if you're Round Rock Westwood, you're going to use Wade Allen. I said David Allen. Wade Allen out there on the field to just clean up some yardage or even just run some clock down to try and maybe get that field goal to get that 3-point lead and then get the ball back next half. And that's what they're going to start here. It looks like they're going to run with it. He's going to take it himself. And a 3-yard gain on the play by number 12, Cooper Waits, as he tucks it and takes it himself. 2nd down and 7 yards to go as they decided to let the quarterback take it himself. 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Westwood. And I said that was Cooper Waits. It's actually number 4, Drew Norrell, out there at the QB position, it looks like. And timeout will be called here for the 2-minute timeout.
And that brings us to our 2-minute timeout. We're all tied up at 7 here at Dragon Stadium.
So while we're at the 2-minute timeout, let's go ahead and go over to the world of baseball for a second. The last week of the Major League Baseball season, the World Series, the big one. It is 1-0 here in Toronto, Canada, for the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. The Dodgers lead 1-0 in this ball game. How do we get to that 1-0 score? Well, here's how we did exactly that. George Springer decided to reach on a fielder's choice. Got to first base. Okay, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not even able to read what's going on here. Why can't we just see where the run was scored? There we go. It was Kike Hernandez who singled on a sharp ground ball to center field to Dalton Varsho of the Blue Jays. Teoscar Hernandez scored. Max Muncy got to second, but that was about it. So Kike gets it started in the first World Series in Toronto since 1993. The snap dropped by number 4, who tries to go for the emergency pass. It is caught by number 16. That's Alex Smith. So a drop by Drew Norrell, and he just tries to fling it out, and he's able to complete it to Alex Smith. Big yardage there on the play, as they're going to go ahead and mark him at about the 28-yard line. And there was a flag on the play towards the Stony Point defense. So not only will they get that good yardage, but they'll get an extra 15 yards on that play with 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go. And the ball going to the 44-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Alex Smith, the quarterback, lining up in the pistol, dropping it, picking it up, running to the left side. They're going to mark him down as Alex Smith just unable to come away with it. And I'll tell you what, they've just been giving him some low snaps today. You're going to lose a good amount of yardage on that play, and it looks like they're going to call that a 2nd down and about 17 on that play. So a 7-yard loss on the play. 1 minute and 23 seconds left to go. An opportunity to make a desperate throw for Alex Smith. Here's the snap, a good snap to the right side. It is incomplete. Pass intended by number 9, Asher David. And it's a flag on the play, and it looks like it might be a holding penalty on the Stony Point defense. We'll have to listen in. And it is. Pass interference.
It'll be first down, Westwood.
A pass interference on the Stony Point defense, which will make it a first down for Westwood. So a big moment there that Westwood got after a huge loss, being able to recover there with some penalties by Stony Point's doing. 8:05 p.m. is the time. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. 7-7 is the score for these two teams. And another flag on the play. Never mind, there will be no flag on the play, so it looks like the flag was just going forward for whatever reason, and looks like Round Rock Westwood believes there might have been some early jumping there by the Stony Point defense, but to no avail. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go on the clock. And the snap. Play action over to the left side. He's going to aim for number 4 and trying to go for a one-handed grab was Drew Norrell. Pass incomplete. Second down and 10. 7-7 the score. 1 minute left on the clock in this game. Snap. The give to Allen, who runs up and is able to stay on his feet. And a big first down and then some. So they're going to mark him down at about the 47-yard line with 50 seconds left on the clock. Getting some big yardage there on the play, and now they're going to try and speed it up a little bit, try and get those last couple plays before the quarter ends. Allen over to the left side. Zigzags his way through to the 30. The 20, and he is unable to stay on his feet. The Turf Monster got him that time. But Wade Allen with a big run. 37 seconds left on the clock. And another Round Rock Westwood first down. 35 seconds on the clock. The snap, play action to the right side. Desperation pass, it is incomplete over to number 4, Drew Norrell. So stopping the clock a little bit with 27 seconds left to go in this second quarter of action, getting towards the end of the first half. And I'll tell you what, this has been an action-packed, defensive-filled first half of football in Round Rock. Two teams that are really fighting hard for that second district victory. Brings up second down. The snap, play action. Over the middle, Norrell over his head, tipping him with one hand almost into the hands of some Tigers defenders. Incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10. So back-to-back incomplete passes puts us back in the same spot for this third down. So if you're Westwood here, you know that you're trying to stop the clock as many times as possible, but you got one timeout remaining. You could go ahead and run the ball here, try and get some good yardage, run over to the right side with Wade Allen. Either get the opportunity to score a touchdown or go for the field goal. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to give the ball to Wade Allen over to the right side. Zigzags his way through to the 10. Touchdown, Westwood! Round Rock Westwood Warriors touchdown by Wade Allen. A 22-yard run to try and save the game here and turn the momentum into the second half towards the Westwood Warriors home squad. 13-7 to score. And that's exactly what he did. That's that run we were talking about just a second ago. You can either waste some time, use that timeout, kick that field goal, and know that you're getting the ball into the second half. And instead, Wade Allen says, I'll tell you what, let me score it myself. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 to score. Round Rock Westwood here at Dragon Stadium. Taking the lead here with 17 seconds left to go. The Tigers have one opportunity to make a big play, tie the game, and go into the second half. We'll be right back after some more commercial messages here on the Vype Sports Media Network. You are watching Round Rock Westwood Warriors coverage on the network. And we're right back here at Dragon Stadium. 14-7 the score, 17 seconds left on the clock. It was a big 22-yard run by Wade Allen that changed this game's momentum. We had ourselves a tied game with some defensive showdowns, and finally we get ourselves a change in pace. Round Rock Westwood takes the lead back that they received earlier in the first quarter, and now look to keep that lead going into the second half when they get the ball back. And that's those legs of Wade Allen. They just got that speed. I mean, are you sure that's not the Flash out there? He showed some of that comic book speed out there on the field. First down, ball placed on the 25-yard line. The snap, play action over to the right side. Shoved down is number 9, Mason Troyer. Second down, 13 seconds left to go. They're trying to get that pass off. They're trying to get a big play in this quarter. Football season now is heading towards the exciting time, close to playoffs, close to the month of playoff rounds in different college stadiums, in different big high school stadiums, and eventually NRG and AT&T Stadium. And they're going to take the knee and they're going to go ahead and end this first half of football action. Your Westwood Warriors take the lead on a 22-yard Wade Allen touchdown run. The score now 14-7 against the opposing Stony Point Tigers. We will go now to coverage of the halftime show and band performances here on the Vype Sports Media Network. We will return with more coverage of this football game after those shows take place at the end of the halftime.
Stony Point High School Tiger Dancers. The award-winning Tiger Dancers are under the direction of Mandy Bussman and Kendall Crosby. Diamond sponsors for the Tiger Dancers are Kimberly Wolfman Realtor, Phillips 66, and the Dance Gallery. Social officers for the Tiger Dancers are Aria Thacker, Janaya Alexander, Co-President Aria Joshua, and Co-President Quinny Helmkamp. Leading the team on the field are the line officers, Junior Lieutenant Michaela Kerr, First Lieutenant Peyton Ramirez, and your captain, Audrey Varner. This week, we'd like to honor the following Tiger Dancers. Most motivated is Scarlett Claremont. Officer's choice is Michaela Kerr and Peyton Ramirez. And the Tiger Dancer of the Week is Katie Thompson. And now, for your Friday Night Lights halftime entertainment, the Tiger Dancers will perform their jazz routine to Time Warp, played by our Tiger Band. The Tiger Dancers would like to wish the Westwood Sun Dancers good luck with their football season. Now entering the field is the pride of Stony Point, the Tiger Band in Sapphire Color Guard. The Tiger Band is led onto the field by drum majors Alyssa Summers and Molly Oberman. Our captains are brass captain Drupad Krishna, woodwind captain Enrique Garza, front ensemble captain Melissa Traum, battery captain Ray Young, and color guard captain is Scarlett Weldon. The marchers of the week are Rocco Lopez from the mellophone section, Nathan Summers from the saxophone section, Blake Henry from the front ensemble, and Tyler Phoebus from the drum line. The guard member of the week is Tiana Graham, and the drum major's choice is Abby Dunn from the color guard section. And this week's section of the week, sponsored by Equipment Share, is the mellophone section. The Tiger Band will now present their 2025 marching show production, Sweet Escape, featuring the music Pure Imagination, Augusta Gloop from the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, First Suite in E-flat for Military Band by Gustav Holst, English Folk Song Suite by Ralph Vaughan Williams, and Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics. thank Principal Dr. Anthony Watson and the administration of Stony Point High School for their leadership. The Tiger Band would also like to thank Mr. Alfred Ramos, Band Booster President, and the Tiger Band Boosters for their support. The Tiger Band would also like to acknowledge this year's sponsors: Central Texas Massage and Body Works, Santiago's Tex-Mex and Cantina, Alejandro de la Torre with State Farm Insurance, and Donald Lee with Texas Touch Photography. Please wish the Tiger Band the best of luck tomorrow as they compete at the UIL Area Marching Contest at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, performing at 10:30. The Tiger Band would also like to wish the Westwood Warrior Band the best of luck tomorrow at UIL Area Marching Contest. Westwood High School Sundancers. The Sundancer line officers are Junior Lieutenant Shelley Bach, Junior Lieutenant Elizabeth Burke, Senior Lieutenant Lexi Laughlin, and the Sundancer Major Elliot Richards. The Sundancer Social Board is Paige Kim, Anna Ron, Suhani Shreddy, and President Caroline Johnson. The Sunshine Award goes to Leanna Jones. The Sundancer of the Week is Lena Saad. And now presenting the Westwood Sundancers. Dancers are under the direction of Miss Emily Petronic and Miss Jenna Drummond. The Sundancers would like to thank Platinum sponsor Abacus Life and Gold sponsors J&J Real Estate, Limestone Hills Orthodontics, and Rudy's Barbecue. Good evening. We continue tonight's halftime entertainment as we welcome to the field the Westwood High School Warrior Band. The Warrior Band will be performing all of their 2025 competition show entitled Red. We dedicate this performance to our senior class of 2026. Thank you, seniors, for your dedication and leadership in this program. And now, please enjoy the Warrior Band's performance of Red. directors for the Warrior Band are Brittany Dacey, Brandon Winters, Brian Sharpley, percussion director Mikey Sharon, color guard director Mark Estradi. Section of the week is the trumpets. The Westwood Warrior Band would like to wish the Stony Point High School Band good luck for a successful competition season. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, the Westwood Warriors will receive the kickoff. Back to receive for Westwood is Max Mias and Colton Case.
And that is the end of our halftime festivities. So we want to say thank you to both bands of Stony Point and Round Rock Westwood for their great performances here tonight. Back at it with the action here. Westwood is going to be getting this ball to start the second half. And remember, they just got that 22-yard running touchdown by Wade Allen. So they are on some good momentum going into this third quarter here of action in Round Rock, Texas. For most of y'all just joining in, I'm Dalton Brown. Over to my left is Madeline Cuellar. The rest of the producing crew is Suna Vancat, Les Clary, and broadcast director Merle Bertrand. And we're going to get this one underway. Kick goes up over to the left side, and it is going to be a touchback. So we will start this quarter on the 25-yard line. This second half of action will get underway. It's going to be a close one here in Round Rock, Texas. Hopefully we will get some more scores here in just a moment throughout the state. Now going back to some more history, actually not history, excuse me, World Series. The game is now tied 2-2 in the top of the fifth. The Blue Jays have tied up the game against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending champions looking to retain their title. Run over to the left side. It's going to go past the 30-yard line, and he will probably be taken down at about the 34-yard line. So a big run there by number 3, Maps Mayhis. And he gets a big gain of yardage there, about a 9-yard gain on the play, on the first play of the drive. Bring it up 2nd and down and 1 with the ball placed on the 34-yard line. And he just ran over to the right side, taking the first gap that he could see, taking advantage of it and trying to get that hole blocked. Here's the snap. They're going to give it back over the middle. And Wade Allen with another big run of his own. He's going to be stopped in between the 42 and the 43. They're going to mark him at the 43-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards on the play, maybe even 9. Back-to-back good runs there by the Westwood offense, bringing in a first down. Ball placed on the 43-yard line. They will line up here in the gun. Two in the front, one in the back. Snap and the give back over to Allen. Zigzagging his way to about the 45-yard line before he is yanked backwards. They're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line. Say that he got about a 2-yard gain on that play. 10 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock here in Round Rock, Texas. 2nd down and 8 on the play for Round Rock Westwood. But we are going to get some scores here in a moment about updates on games all around. The snap, play action, caught by number 2, Weston Franz. Running over to the left side and stays on his feet for a little bit to get that first down. They're going to mark him down at the 37-yard line. Excuse me, 42-yard line. They switch sides of the field, going now towards Stony Point side. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock with the Warriors' first down. The snap. The give back over to Allen, who runs over to the right side, creating some space and making some good space before he does a little front flip up and over at about the 40-yard line. So he will get a 3-yard gain on that play. It'll be a 2nd and 7 yards to go. 2nd down, 7 yards to go on that play. And here we go. Here come our scores now. We got Eastview up 49-0 against Killeen. That is the final score of that game. Eastview getting a big win after last week's loss against Georgetown in their rivalry matchup. And staying on his feet before being taken down is number 3, Maps Mayhis. Taken down at about the 18-yard line, so he'll get a 22-yard gain on that play. A big run, breaking a tackle and staying on his feet. At half, the Panthers are up 44-0 against McCallum. Vista Ridge beat Manor by a final score of 44-10, meaning Manor got their first field goal of the season against Vista Ridge. Vandy's up 37-28 over Hutto at the end of the 3rd quarter. Cedar Park is up 49-21 in the early parts of the 4th quarter against Lake Belton. And the Chargers are up 49-14 against the Longhorns. So Manor will now be 0-8 to start the season. The snap, the give over to Allen up the middle. He's going to run with it before being spun around and taken down at about the 15, we're going to call it the 14-yard line. Excuse me, that's the 10-yard line. 8 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock here in the 4th quarter, and another Manor Mustangs 3rd down on the play, and there is a timeout on the field, so we'll be right back after some messages from the Vice Sports Media Network. First down and 9 yards left to go here. Drew Norrell will be the one going to start this drive. Norrell's going to take it himself up the middle. It's another Westwood Warriors touchdown. And they start the drive the same way they ended the last one. Another touchdown, a 20-7 game. Back-to-back touchdowns there by the Westwood Warriors on back-to-back drives, capitalizing on their lead and their chance to get the ball back in this half. 20-17 the score. That is a big play there. That one was a started play by Drew Norrell where he took it himself, going up the middle to the left, running the last 9 yards with the play, getting a 9-yard touchdown rush. Kick is up and it is good. It is number 19, Josh Jack, making the kick. 21-7 the score in the third quarter of action. Unbelievable drive there by the Westwood Warriors offense. Slowing down, keeping the game at their pace, chewing the clock down, making it 8 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock, and getting them a 2-touchdown lead early in this second half. That is unbelievable. Madeline, as somebody that went to Stony Point, I want to ask you, what was your favorite memory of going to a football game at Stony Point?
Mostly playing, like performing on the field. Like it is one of my favorite moments of all time. Like even though as a band kid, like I really loved performing on the field, and it was very special to me. Like like how do you say it? Like everybody, like my bandmates, like we performed really hard. We went to rehearsals. Like we've been working very hard to make a good performance during halftimes.
That's exactly what you like to hear, especially coming from a band kid. And ball kind of falls over. The wind is starting to pick up here in Round Rock, and we can kind of see that happening. Look and see the flags over to the left side. Really starting to pick up wind here, and I'm wondering what the speed of wind is out here in Round Rock, Texas. Seeing the ball just flopple over. Kick is up. Despite all that, running with it is number 2, Sean Bradley, who gets over to the left side. There's a flag on the play right as he got to about the 38-yard line, so we'll have to listen in on this flag.
There is a flag on the field. Penalty on the play is holding on Stony Point.
And the penalty on the play is holding on Stony Point. So they're going to have to start their drive at about the 27-yard line. So a couple yards past the touchback. A great little run there by Sean Bradley. Amounts to nothing. Back a little bit. It is about 12-mile-an-hour winds out here in Round Rock, Texas, which explains the immense blowing out here. They give over to number 10, Aiden Lloyd, who runs over to the right side, and he will be able to sneak past to get a couple of yards on the play. A gain of about
32, Cameron Green.
4 yards on the play, so it'll be a second down with 6 yards to go. 7 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. 8:55 p.m. is the time here in Round Rock, Texas, on a late game with a lot of action. Here's the snap, the give back over to Aiden. There's going to be a play action pass going over to the right, caught by Oliver James, who breaks the tackle. And it is a fumble recovered by the Westwood Warriors defense. And hold it here. Looks like they might be giving the ball back to Stony Point. They're saying that the ball might have been incomplete, but we'll have to see what the officials come to terms with. I mean, looked like the ball just came out and he was able to get it after he had possession with it. So they're trying to say that it's the Warriors' ball. You can see a lot of jumping up and down. You can tell this Westwood Warriors defense believes they have the ball. They believe that they're going to turn it right back over. See a lot of like dancing on the field. They're going to call it an incomplete pass, so no, they will not get the ball back.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for your defense. It's third down.
But that gave the defense a huge confidence boost there. 3rd down and 6. They're going to redo the play here. Lined up in the shotgun with James over to the right. The snap. The play action. Caught and complete to number 21, Jonah Osborne. Excuse me, that's number 81, Zephyrin Kendrick, actually, the junior wide receiver, making that catch on the play. 4th down and 6 to go. And they're going to have to punt it away. So almost a turnover with some good yardage. And once again, Stony Point's able to get away with nothing more than just a punt that they'll have to make. 7:16 on the clock. The snap, low snap, and it's off his foot and taken down at the 20-yard line. A mishap with the punt recovered by the Westwood defense.
Recovered by the Westwood Warriors.
And they will start this drive right at about the 20-yard line after a failed attempt at a kick. So all of that to end with some good field possession for the Westwood Warriors. And you definitely like to see that. That's one of those times that they say ball don't lie for the Westwood Warriors defense. They know they wanted that call to be a turnover from earlier. They believe that it was not an incomplete pass and that the receiver had possession of the ball before being taken down. But luckily instead for the Warriors, they're able to get the ball back with some good field possession and a chance to capitalize on their lead. In the pistol, the ball given over to number 5. Excuse me, that's number 3, Meps Mehis with the run. It's Max Metis, excuse me. And it looks like about an 8-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2 to go. We will go right back to a commercial right after this on the Vype Sports Media Network. Second down and 2 yards to go. Lined up in the pistol now with Wade Allen right behind him. Play action pass intended for number 4, Drew Norrell, and it is incomplete. Running over to the left side, trying to get a quick pass off and unable to complete it. And Norrell showing some soccer skills over towards the official.
That brings up 3rd and 2 for Westwood.
3rd down and 2 yards to go. Ball placed on the 13-yard line here. I'll tell you what, that is very good distance here if you're looking to get a good field goal to try and change it up a little bit. 3rd down. Allen running up the middle to the left side. And it is going to be just short. They're unable to get that 1st down after some good yardage, so they have an opportunity here. Do they go with the kicking unit here, or do they go ahead and try and get that touchdown? And it looks like they're bringing out number 17, Ryan Edson, the wide receiver offensive linebacker combo. 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. I mean, why wouldn't you? You're in the pistol formation right now. You got a little over 12 yards to get that touchdown. And looks like they're going to call a timeout here on the play. Timeout Westwood. So 6 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock in the third quarter of action here in Round Rock, Texas. So Madeline, tell me a little more about the time in band. So what instrument did you play in band?
I used to be a flute player from 6th grade to junior year of high school. So we were known as the Woodwinds. Like, what I really loved about band is just that, like, I get to play my instrument. Also, like, hang out, like, with a few of my amazing friends. March on the field, play on the bleachers during football season, going to UIL competitions. Like, even though we get to travel to like different parts of Texas, like San Antonio or Milton, for competitions and things like that.
The snap, the give back over to Allen. It's actually going to be taken himself.
And it's a first down.
And a first down for Westwood. And it was taken and ran forward by number 12, Cooper Waits, who decided to take it himself and get credited with the first down with 12 yards. No, excuse me, 9 yards to go for that touchdown. 5 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. A chance to capitalize on this lead. The snap, they give over to Memphis, who runs over to the right side. He takes a few away and unable to get through, but he gets a good amount of yardage on that play. They're going to say he is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So a gain of about 5 yards on that play and a second down and goal with 4 to go.
Gain of 5. It'll be second and goal from the 4-yard line.
And it's another big touchdown by Wade Allen. I didn't even see where he got that ball, and he got it, though. A 4-yard run by Wade Allen, who sneaks his way into the end zone for another Westwood Warriors touchdown. A big play there. Once again, Wayne Allen showing the legs, this time on a short run, and they're capitalizing on the lead here. A 3-touchdown lead in this third quarter of action. 5 minutes, 8 seconds left to go. And it'll be Josh Jack trying to get this kickoff to make his 4th BAT of the game, extending on their lead. The kick is up, and it is good. 28-7 the score. Westwood leading against the Stony Point Tigers. We'll be right back after some more messages here from our sponsors here on the Vype Sports Media Network right after this.
Extra point is good on the previous play. Kick made by number 19, Josh Jack. Number 9, Asher David with the hold. Ladies and gentlemen, the Westwood Warriors would like to thank generous sponsors, including Caprimo, Austin's premium cupcakery. Jenny Ray, hey Jenny Ray, find her pictures from tonight's game at www.jennyray.com. And Laundry Real Estate, residential, commercial, farm and ranch, and has helped hundreds of families buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious, proud sponsor of Warrior football.
Well, mentioning last year's game, and I'll tell you what, this is a revenge time for Round Rock Westwood. Westwood actually lost last year to Stony Point by a score of 52-27 in their game that took place. And the year before that, they had won 49-20. So this ball is dropped. They went for the onside kick, and they're going back with it. A little bit of fumbling and tumbling on that play, but they are able to get it up at the 40-yard line. So,
that's number 0, Oliver James.
Like we were mentioning earlier,
At the 41-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Last year's game, 52-27, the final score. Westwood being beaten by the Stony Point Tigers Football Club. And it's crazy when you think about that Stony Point team from last year. They didn't win a single game on the road. They were 3-2 at home, 0-5 on games where they weren't playing at home. And there's a flag on the plate. It looks like a face mask penalty on number 18, Cannon Olfson. They're definitely gonna have to call a face mask on that play. No, the penalty actually goes towards Stony Point. So it looked like there was another penalty on both sides that eventually canceled it out. No, actually they're going to go and penalize Stony Point. So a 5-yard loss on the play brings up 1st and 15. Snap, the give, over to Aiden, who runs around before being taken down just short of the 36-yard line.
Aiden Lloyd in the ball carrier, tackled by number 33, Owen Kiersey, assisted by a tribe of Warriors.
Brings up 2nd down. Back in the pistol. The snap, the give back over to Aiden. Aiden running forward with it before being taken down again by that tough Westwood Warriors defense.
24, Marcus Milligan, the ball carrier, tackled by number 33.
It's actually Marcus Milligan, the ball carrier on that one. He is taken down on that play, and it'll be a 3rd down. Mason Troyer has been dealing with a lot of big hits from the Westwood Warriors defense this entire game, and he's been having to deal with a tough defensive line that has just been coming right after him. And you know, when you're Stony Point, that's something you have to look out for. 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Ball placed on the 39-yard line. They're going to call timeout on this play, try and regroup a little bit, try and get something changed on the offensive side. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Westwood Warriors would like to thank sponsors, including Grimaldi's Cold Brick Pizza Oven, authentic New York style pizza now in the domain, Riali's, your home away from Rome, Raising Cane's, sharing our one love with your one love, and Handel's legendary ice cream.
Back to the action here, 3 minutes, 24 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 12 on the play, lined up at the shotgun, play action pass. Looking over to the right side, he's gonna shoot it over to the right, a big pass. It is incomplete, just a tad bit over the hands of Olamide Arrowade.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 18, Olamide Arawade.
Arawade, I should say, excuse me. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock here in the 3rd quarter, a 28-7 Warriors ball game. Bringing up 4th down, and once again, Stony Point's going to punt it away here for the Warriors. That's just a couple of plays where you know you're just trying to air it out as quickly as you can. You're trying to get something going here as quickly as you possibly can, get some momentum to realize you can slow a little bit down in the 4th quarter. Worry about your defense and worry about getting the offense ignited early in the game. Getting ready to start this drive here. Fourth quarter. And a little bit of jumpiness there by Westwood, but it's not going to be called. Kick is up. It is caught and running forward over to the right side. Juking one defender and juking another. Getting some open space to the 40, to the 30, and being taken down at about the 28-yard line is number 3, Maps Megas. And there is a few flags on the field, so we'll see if that goes against Westwood or Stony Point.
The Westwood Warriors would like to thank sponsors, including Speedy Mart, In and Out in a Flash, and Spicewood Dermatology, where skin meets science.
And it looks like there's penalties on both sides, so they just cancel each other out. Does that mean they're going to have to redo the kick here? Or are they just going to start off with the touchback? There's commotion out on the field as the officials try and figure out what's happening here. On this play, 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of action.
There are offsetting penalties on the play on either team, as well as a personal foul penalty on Westwood after the play.
So as we heard, there's offsetting penalties on both sides with a personal foul after the play by Westwood. So the officials are still trying to figure out what's going to happen here. What are you going to have to do here? You're going to place it down back, because you know that Maps May has made a huge gain on that play. But you're not sure what to do now. Everyone's confused outside. Coaches on both ends are not sure what's going on. The fans are not sure what's going on. The officials have an idea, it looks like, but don't know exactly where to put everything. So they're going to start the drive at the 35-yard line. So Westwood will get a slight penalty on the play, it looks like, but not enough to affect them. So we're right back to the action after all the confusion.
Stony Point 23-yard line.
So the ball was taken down at the Stony Point 23-yard line, but after the personal foul, they took it back to the 35-yard line. The snap. Allen runs a couple yards with it before taking down. after a gain of about 3 yards.
Carry by number 5, Wade Allen, tackled by Joshua Landry.
Ball placed on the 32-yard line. Second down and 7. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter of action at 9:16 p.m. here in Round Rock, Texas. The snap, the give back to Allen, who goes up the middle trying to waste some clock here, pushing his way through a few defenders before eventually being dragged down on the play. So a good amount of yardage on that one. And they're going to credit him with the first down. So he pushed his way through for a Westwood Warriors first down. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock in baseball terms, as we always heard. Deuces! 2, 2, and 2. So many twos. Here's the snap. The give back to Allen, who runs over to the left side before being taken away. Being able to stiff arm and get a good stiff arm play to make some more yardage, gain some ground before he is taken down at about the 13-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. Looked like it came after the play. Not sure who that was on.
Penalty is a face mask against the Tigers. It'll be half the distance to the goal. First and goal for Westwood.
So the penalty is going to go towards Stony Point, and it'll be a first and goal for the Westwood Warriors. Ball is going to be placed at about the 7-yard line, 6-yard line, I should say. Bringing up first and goal, 6 yards to go. Right at the goal line. In the shotgun, number 4, Drew Norrell will be the one getting the ball. Norrell will once again run over to the left side. Zigzag his way over, push for some extra yardage, and be taken down just about the 3-yard line.
Drew Norrell, the ball carrier, picks up a couple of yards. Tackled by number 4, Lucas Garcia.
As he's taken down by Lucas Garcia. 3 yards to go. And 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go on the clock. Second and 3. 1 minute left. And timeout will be called here by Westwood. 53 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of action. Wasn't sure if I saw a flash of some sort, but I wasn't quite sure exactly what kind of flash that was. A couple of big plays there, and it looked like they were trying to repeat the play that scored earlier, giving the ball to Drew Norrell and then letting him take it himself, running over to the left side. But this time Stony Point was on and ready for him to come over and try and attack that end zone. 53 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter of action. In the pistol formation now. The snap, the give, and Wade Allen comes through with another Westwood Warriors touchdown. Wade Allen, 3-yard rush over to the right side, pushing his way through a few defenders, finding an open hole, and getting that touchdown with 46 seconds left to go, opening up the floodgates here early in Round Rock. And what this Stony Point crowd is starting to see is an offensive explosion happening against their guys, and almost blocked on that kick. It is no good. A good defensive effort there by Stony Point, as that kick was no good on that play. But hold it, there's a flag on the play. So was there a little bit of early jumping there by Stony Point? It looks like there might have been, because the Stony Point special teams is coming back out onto the field. So it looked like there might have been a
Penalty is an offsides on the
it is in fact an offsides.
We'll retry the extra point.
So they're going to retry the extra point from a closer distance this time. So number 19, Josh Jack, will get an opportunity to redo that kick after missing it just a second ago. Second attempt. This time it is good. Adjusted a little bit. 35-7 the score. 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter of action. I'll tell you what, I'm going through Facebook at the same time, so I'm seeing updates, and what I'm starting to realize is that it's wedding season for a lot of people. A lot of people that I know have been getting married recently. It's a very interesting time to be alive whenever you see people that you grew up with or people that you've known for a long time getting married. I'm saying that like I'm not getting married myself soon. Anyways. Kicking unit will come out and warm up on the field. And I'll tell you what, this turned into a blowout suddenly for the Westwood offense. That took this from being a close game in the first couple quarters to suddenly just exploding in the second half with rush after rush into the end zone. 3 touchdowns in this second half of action in just the third quarter alone. A routine kick is up and taken by number 2, Sean Bradley, who pushes his way through before being taken down eventually, being placed at about the 41-yard line. Dre Kyles who makes that tackle. 37 seconds on the clock.
Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. It'll be first
I also
and
like
10
how
for Stony Point.
it was my QA who actually got a backup on what had happened on that offsides. There was a little bit of jumpiness there on that play. Starting this drive here on the 41-yard line in the pistol. Aiden Lloyden running over to the right side before being taken down on the play. A huge loss of yards on that play and a big play for the Westwood Warriors defense. A loss of about 5 yards on the play with 20 seconds left to go, and it looks like Stony Point maybe have time for one more play if they decide to get it off, or just go ahead and send this thing into the fourth quarter. It looks like that's what they're going to do. They're just going to let the clock run down. They're going to try and readjust and go into the fourth quarter with a new mindset. 35-7 the score in this game, as that will conclude the third quarter of action. Right back with the last 12 minutes of high school football action here on this Friday night segment of Westwood Warriors football on the Vype Sports Media Network. Back into the fourth quarter of action. Mason Troyer tries to run with it himself after that huge loss from earlier, and they're able to bring it up just a tad bit for Westwood Warriors. Third down as the defense shows some more paralysis. We're going to show actually another commercial message here in just a moment on the Vype Sports Media Network. No, anyways. Back with the action here. Fourth quarter, 3rd and 12. Aiden running with it, doing a couple spin moves before being taken out at the 40-yard line is Aiden Lloyden. And he's unable to capitalize any more than he did just then. Brings up 4th down with the ball at about the 40-yard line. And once again, the Stony Point defense will have to come out and kick this one away over to the Westwood Warriors, who have been able to put up a great showing of offense here in this second half of action. This went from a quiet game, 7-7, where Westwood then suddenly said, hey, here's a touchdown for you real quick. Here's what you got to expect going into the next quarter. That's exactly what they brought out. Kick is up over to number 3, Joaquin Pena. They're going to let it bounce a little bit, and Joaquin's going to watch this one roll and roll until it is taken and picked up at about the 17-yard line. Excuse me, the 18-yard line.
42-yard punt on the play. Ball spotted on the 17-yard line.
For Westwood. A good, solid kick to try and change the foundation of this ball game. Bringing up the first down at the 18-yard line. The snap. Running over to the right side is Allen, who will actually be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Matt Smee is the ball carrier, tackled by Syson Ramos. Gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Westwood.
2nd and 4 for the Westwood Warriors offense. Ball placed at about the 24-yard line. After that, run by Wade Allen. And like we mentioned earlier, you know, running clock coming on about now, you would expect after a few big touchdowns like that to start the second half. Here's the snap. The ball given once again to Allen over to the left side. Zigzags his way through before being taken down, and they're going to mark him down at about the 30-yard line. And they will credit him with the first down. So first down and 10 with the ball placed at about the 29-yard line. And it would just be nice if Westwood can get that last couple of runs here to try and maybe run down enough clock and let this game. That's a fumble! A fumble recovered by the Stony Point defense. And the ball's going to go that way now. And changing the projection here on that big fumble is Alex Smith out there as quarterback for that drive. And Stony Point now has an opportunity to make some magic happen in the fourth quarter. That was just a big defensive stop that was needed by the Stony Point defense. Tigers bringing out their best guys to just stop that as quick as they could and try and change the momentum of this ball game. They still got 9 minutes left to go in this game. In the pistol, giving the ball over to number 10, Aiden Layden, who pushes his way through before being taken down. They're going to place him at about the 33-yard line. So a gain of about 4 yards on the play makes it 2nd and 6. Man, that was a turn of offense. I was just about to mention that Round Rock Westwood had an opportunity to just try and make a few runs, try and run down some clock and let the game end with the big lead that they have. But now suddenly a new opportunity has opened up, even if it's not massive. Play action pass. Looking over to his left. Going through the pocket. He's going to pass, and it is incomplete. Just a tad bit short, intended for number 18. That's Olamide Arawabe. Arawabe, I should say. I'm going to butcher that name a good amount. 8 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. 3rd down and 6. Redoing the play once again. And, you know, this is just a big opportunity here to capitalize. Play action pass. Looking over to the right side where Aiden Lloyden is found. And he gets some yardage of his own before being pushed out of bounds, before being credited with a first down at about the 25-yard line. Brings up a first and 10 on the 25-yard line. Good play there by Aiden Lloyden, being able to find some space on that pass by Mason Troyer. Over to the right side. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. And Stony Point's going to have to get those points off quickly to change the momentum. Here's the snap. Play action pass. Looking over to his left. And avoiding one tackle and trying to go through the pocket, but unable to avoid the next. It's a fumble for Westwood, who gets a little revenge on their own. They said, anything you could do, I could do better. A big sack there by the Westwood defense. That is number 13, Jack Kelly. A sack of his own. So taking one fumble recovery and making a new one of their own brings up first down and 10, and the ball going to the Westwood Warriors. 7 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock, and he just lit him up on that play. I mean, you almost heard JR, old WWE commentator, on that play. And I know Madeline's a big-time wrestling fan, so you know what I was hearing? My golly! First down. First down and 10. Ball placed on the 27-yard line. 7 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock. Coming back out is the Round Rock Westwood offense. Number 16, Alex Smith, the sophomore quarterback, will be out there on the field. One to his left and 2 receivers. Ball given to Allen. He's going to be... It was number 37, Jesus Vasquez, who got a short gain on that play of about a few yards. Being second down, 7 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock. In a game that has basically been taken and will be Round Rock Westwood's second district victory of the season. They'll have had one against Manor, and then this one against a team that beat Manor by the same exact score at home. Play action, pass complete over to number 17, Ryan Edson, who then gets a few yards of his own before being taken down at about the 42-yard line. Big first down for the Westwood Warriors. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. The snap. Low snap. Over to Smith, who picks it up himself and tries to run away with it. Try and buy some time over to his feet. He'll try and throw it out of bounds. Make it incomplete.
Alex Smith pushed out of bounds.
But he wasn't able to get it off in time, so unfortunately for Alex Smith, it will mean a loss of yards on the play. Ball taken to about the 35-yard line. About a loss. And there is a flag on the play. It might be intentional grounding, but we'll be finding out here in just a moment.
Flag on the field is intentional grounding on Westwood. That'll be loss of down.
So it'll be a loss of down on that penalty, as it was intentional grounding. Attempting to try and get it away before being taken out of bounds, but unable to do so, and making that a call on the field.
Correction, the flag on the field was roughing the passer enforced against Stony Point.
Oh, no.
First and 10 for
Correction, the penalty is actually, so we went from intentional grounding and a penalty on Westwood to it being roughing the passer on Stony Point. So instead of losing downs, they will go ahead and gain yardage on the play. I don't know if it was because maybe when he got out of bounds, they got him out. They pushed him after he went out of bounds. I'm not sure what happened there, but regardless, first and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. Smith with a give and good yardage over there to number 5, Wade Allen.
Wade Allen, tackled by number 12, Zachary Jones.
Gaining a few yards on the play.
Gain of 5. It'll be
second and 5 on the play. Ball placed at about the 49-yard line. Now switching sides over towards the Tigers side of the field. So the Westwood Warriors now got a big break on that play. It looked like intentional grounding from where we're at, and there's another flag on the play. So we're not sure what's happening here. Flags are just flying all over the place. Some more flags flying than over here to the left side. Well, the flags are not flying as much anymore, as, you know, the wind seemed to calm down. We'll have to see where this flag is. And 6 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. This time the penalty does go towards Westwood. So it looks like they're going to take this one all the way down
Penalty is an unsportsmanlike conduct
to about the 34-yard line. And it is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Second and 20.
Bringing it now to 2nd down and 20 yards. So a big loss of downs. Goes back to where they probably would have had it for the intentional grounding from earlier. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left here on the clock, and it's just been a flag festival all of a sudden. Alex Smith. The snap, the give over to Wade Allen, who runs over to the left side, breaks a tackle, pushes his way through from one, gets past another, before being taken down at about the 45-yard line.
For a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 on the play. brings up now 3rd and 11. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock in this 4th quarter of action. Trying to keep the ball on the ground, not commit any more flags, any more penalties. Knowing that they're going home with this win. And mentioning the rest of the schedule for these two teams, because they got a tough one coming up for the last couple of games they got after this. After today's game, if I can pull up my schedule here, which has always been messing up for me for some reason. So after this game, for Stony Point, they will go on to play a few more games. They'll have one more on Halloween against the Round Rock Dragons. That'll be their final regular season game of the season. And as for Round Rock Westwood, if I can pull up that schedule while we're at it, your Westwood Warriors will have 2 more games after this. One against Vandegrift and their last one against Vista Ridge. And also there is another flag on the play. It was delay of game by the offense, trying to just run down the clock as much as possible. 16 yards to go, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. The game clock begins as well. And it looks like they're just trying to run down as much clock as possible. Not trying to stop the clock at all. The snap. The give to Allen, who falls down at about the 40-yard line, so a gain of nothing on that play. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock, and they're probably going to go ahead and punt this one away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 4th down.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go ahead and bring out the kicking unit onto the field to punt this one away for some decent yardage. So right at the end of the high school football season, the regular season that is, before things get cracking in district and in playoffs. Here's the snap, the kick, it's up, and it's caught right about the 20-yard line.
Oliver James, ball spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Stony Point.
So Stony Point now 3 minutes and 34 seconds left on the clock. And once again, like we had mentioned before, Cedar Ridge, Westwood, and Stony Point are the teams placed 6th, 7th, and 8th on the 6A Region 4 District 25 leaderboard. For those that want the full standings on this district, it's pretty insane. You got Vandegrift, who's in the lead right now of the district. They're 5-1. Hutto's actually 2nd in the district, also with a 5-1 record. McNeil 4-1. Round Rock Dragons 4-2. Vista Ridge finds himself placed 5th in that top 5 list. Manor is at the bottom of the barrel in this district. 0-7 on the year. That's actually a 5-1 record for Vandegrift in district is what we're going off of. Here's the snap, and it is a flag on the play. 2 flags come out. False start on the Stony Point Tigers offense. A 5-yard penalty on the play, turning a 2nd and 1 into a 2nd and 6. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left on the clock. 9:45 p.m. is the time here in Round Rock, Texas at Dragon Stadium. Here's the snap, here's the give. And being taken down at about the 28-yard line is number 29. I feel like a golf commentator all of a sudden. It's number 28, Brody Leal. Bringing up a Round Rock Warriors 3rd down. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. We are counting down to the 2-minute timeout here in Round Rock, Texas. And I'll tell you what, this has been a fun game for sure. This has been a fun time being able to switch it up a little bit cruise-wise. You know, it's been a completely different game for most people, and it's been a fun one for sure being back in Round Rock. 2-minute timeout has been reached, and we will be right back with the last 2 minutes of coverage here on the Vype Sports Media Network right after this. Well, while we're at it mentioning, I do want to say real quick, there is a huge game going on. The Blue Jays in Game 1 of the World Series are up against the Dodgers 11-4 in that ball game. The snap, the give over to number 2, Sean Bradley, who takes a good run for it before he's eventually ran out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. 1 minute and 52 seconds left on the clock. 11-4 though in Game 1 of the World Series, a team that is facing the defending champions. Looked like they were getting shut out by the pitching of Blake Snell. Suddenly wake up the offense. So this will be an interesting World Series to say the least. 1st and 10 in the pistol. The snap. The give over the 29. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to finally be taken down. That is number 29, Tyrell Abercrombie with the run on that play. Brings up 2nd down. Ball placed at the 49-yard line. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. A couple of plays left for Stony Point before the end of this ball game, and I'll tell you what, it has been a fun one for sure. It has been interesting to say the least. Don't forget, if you want to continue to listen to some games that I'll be calling this year, the rest of the Manor Mustang schedule will be released. You'll be getting your usual commentators back next week for the final game of the season. If I am correct, that is. And being stopped with 39 seconds left on the clock on that run.
Tackled once again by Teddy Kabelka.
Teddy Kabelka with that tackle on that play. 36 seconds left on the clock, so they will probably make this the last play of the ball game if I had to take a guess. Just running down the clock as much as possible. The snap, the give back over to Abercrombie. And being tackled on the play with 17 seconds left on the clock. And that is going to do it here in Round Rock, Texas. Final score of tonight's ball game. Westwood 35, Stony Point 7. They wanted to get one last playoff, but they had no time to do so. That will be the conclusion of that ball game. Round Rock Westwood will get their 2nd win in district this year, while Stony Point will fall in this ball game and now have a record of 3-5 overall, 3-6 overall. So that is going to conclude our coverage of Manor Mustang, of Round Rock Westwood football. You can tell where my brain's been at for the past couple of hours. Not sure what to think. I mean, it's been a great game, a great win, and a great showing of offense by Round Rock Westwood. They just woke up in that second half. They went from scoring 1 touchdown and getting 1 more at the end of that second quarter to exploding in the third quarter, eventually bringing it to a 35-7 ball game where Stony Point had no answer for this crowd.
For everyone to exit the stadium. At that time, the stadium will be closed. Please stick around for the presentation of tonight's.
Well, that is going to do it for tonight's game here and the coverage of tonight's game. For my producer, Madeline Cuellar, for our product manager, Suna Vancat, for our quality analyst, Les Clarion, for our broadcasting director, Merle Bertrand, and everyone else involved at the Vype Sports Media Network, and all of y'all watching all around the country. I'm Dalton Brown saying thank y'all for listening. Tune in next week for y'all's next game against the Round Rock Dragons, and also tune in for the games that Maynard has left, and we will see you guys next week. God bless you all. We hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's night. Stay safe, stay warm, go Westwood.